finance minister would have just presented a massive budget, over $550 billion. Can you share your comments towards the entire budget firstly?
Well, 552.9 billion to be exact. It is one of the largest budgets in the history of this country, and it's reflective of the transformative agenda that we have promised the people when we ran for election. So every aspect of the budget delivered good news to the people of Guyana. Every aspect, every sector of the budget that the finance minister presented, that our government presented, is good news for the people of Guyana. So that in itself, the growth of 19.9% in the GDP is good news. It's one of the highest in the world for 2021. For 2022 targeted for the 7.5% growth in GDP, those numbers are unheard of in a COVID-19 pandemic era globally. So Guyana enjoys right now a special place in terms of economic growth. We have to manage it, make sure that the implementation of the budget is done timely. The velocity of money in the economy is fast, so that you have good turnaround. You have fast implementation of projects. So from a holistic standpoint, from a macro economic standpoint, you have good numbers coming out from the analysis of 2021 performance and for the budget for 2022 going forward into this new year, how we're going to go about transforming Guyana. Whether it's capital formation through the capital side of the budget, or whether it's the social formation from the other sectors that deal directly with people and their welfare and so on.
Minister, for the infrastructure sector, we know that the government is continuing to pursue a number of mega projects. Can you speak to the infrastructural development to occur in 2022?
Yeah, so as a minister that deals with infrastructure, you want to concentrate on the mega projects, but you also want to concentrate on the projects that deal with the community too, right? Because it affects people's lives. And our government is all about getting, livelihood improved, So just look at it, $76 billion. It's one of the largest budget in the history of our sector. So there's a number of massive projects there, starting with Palmyra to Crabwood Creek, the expansion, the road repaving of the road, the Linden to Mabura, the Hagbosh Road, the Schoonard Road. Right, those are massive projects. The New Harbor Bridge. You see, so those are massive projects. There are 32 bridges that we're going to be building from Kurpakari to Lethem. 32 bridges, AASHTO standards. They have steel beams, concrete decking, broad enough for traffic both ways. So those are massive projects. Everybody that they come into the country, they come through the East Bank from Timeri coming in, and when they leave, people remember the road that they leave on, and that one is deteriorated. That is going to be dealt with, right? So the entire stretch from Grove Straight up to Timeri. So those are some of the big projects that, we have on the table with respect to roads and bridges. But in addition to that, we are doing a lot of other community roads. The community roads program is large, and every community in this country since we took government has been seeing work done in their community. And this budget, that will be amplified more because more money is allocated to get the works done, right? So with the roads program and the bridges program, those are big transformative projects, but they also have in them community projects. There's a $3.3 billion that spoke about an allocation for the enhancement of public spaces and Georgetown and so on. That will transform the look and feel of Guyana, right? That is part of the spend too. Then we have the hinterland roads. I think it's $3.4 billion allocated to that. So the hinterland roads, it affect mining community, the logging sector, people that move into the interior and bring out their produce. That there is a big thing too, because economic activity is measured by the combination of all of the sectors. Mining is part of it, quarrying is part of it, forestry is part of it. When you don't have proper roads, people don't go and mine, they don't go and log. But if you fix those, you'll find that people will increase productive capacity, and that shows up into the economy. So that is another area. The interland airstrips is another one. So there are a number of things. This budget is massive. There's a number of things in infrastructure. And then we have, we have all of the other aspect of the maritime sector, the transport sector with the new ferry and the stellings and rehabilitation of the stellings. Right, so we have that. You have the transport sector, deals with transport of harbors, the docking of those vessels, rehabilitating of them, and then you have MARAD also, which is going to have a new vessel to patrol the waters. So there's a lot that's going on in the sector, a lot. So there you are. I mean, it's an exciting year for this country with a massive budget of that size. And then you have the transformative sector, which is with infrastructure and health. So health will enjoy some transformative areas there too, with agriculture. So you heard it. I mean, it's a budget the budget delivers to the people in every aspect of it. And that is what I heard today, that is what I've seen, that is what our government is doing.
Minister, we know that your ministry especially has been working overtime and you would already planned a myriad of initiatives for 2022 across the board under the ministry. Can you enlighten Guyanese of some of the other things that the ministry will be doing, of course, to the benefit of all Guyanese?
Yeah, well, the airlines, we're talking to a number of airlines to come in to operate in different routes. Because, if here's in 2022, there are a lot of complaints from particular routes that the fares went up. So we're talking to others to come on board, and that will affect travelers. Right? Again, with respect to the transport sector, especially in the Northwest region, most things move by the ferries to that point. So that will be improved. The vessels themselves, the operation of them, remember they're very old vessels in there. So to improve them, and then you're putting in a new one in the fleet, a new vessel into the fleet. So that will help the entire Region 2 and Region 1 area, and for them to bring down the produce into the city as well. Then you have, I spoke to you about the hinterland roads and the strips in the hinterland. Sea defense. Sea defense, we have about $5 billion in the budget. Now, sea defense, if it's not properly maintained, it destroys people's property, their farmlands, their stock, their livestock, their houses. It just destroys. Salt water comes in, it destroys everything. Sea defense is critical, and the entire shoreline, there are a number of vulnerable areas in Region 6, Region 5, Region 4, Region 3, Region 2. So we have a number of vulnerable areas that we have to look into. And that is something that you have to look forward to. Apart from the massive projects that will benefit hundreds of thousands of people, like the Demerara Harbor Bridge, and these massive amounts of lands that we're opening with these farm to market access road, and the continuous rehabilitation of existing roads that have been deteriorated over time. Like the Canal Number 1, Number 2, the Blackbush Polder Road. You got like the Hoop Road, Mahikoni Branch Road. You have the Hubu Road. All of those roads. There are a number of main access roads that we are continue to build out. So in a way, that benefits people tremendously. But the miscellaneous road program that we have, which is a massive program that deals with the community roads, is big. It's huge. Number of roads that have to be done there. That affects people in a very positive way. We have started it, and soon we came in 2020. 2021 saw an expansion of it, but 2022 it will be farther reaching. It will be more expansive, and it will go into places that we have not yet gone into as yet, right? Because there are some communities that complain that they're seeing works done in another community and they're not seeing some in their community, And we have to reach out to them. We have to deliver government services to them too.
Exciting times for people in Guyana in 2022. Thank you very much, Minister.
Thank you very much.